Can I describe the taste?
Yes, yes, please.
I'm not that old, by the way. I know I look. You understand? Your heart is a contact point to the spirituality.
Yes.
This is why if you ulaluca sugelo uzopupa inyoga. And when I started in 2020, there was hope, but COVID came. No one was focused on energy drinks. No. And then after COVID, there was looting.
Yeah. Sanibingelela bafethu, welcome back to another episode. Kama lami umnotho wakasibiya aka Mnotho Guy, the best guy. I-host yini bafethu, angihamba ngedwa, ngihamba nentwana yami uSiphe. Sipheka manje lapho
boy, another episode, another day, boy, another dollar. Bafethu
another day, another dollar.
Another dollar.
Showcase tona
bafethu. Nani niyazi ke makhani kakhohlwa mfethu, hit like, hit subscribe, uringe leyo bell.
Manje uzobatshela njalo zokubakhumbuza ukuthi
mele mfethu izingene egazini.
Until episode ba mhlawumbe.
Mfethu 101.
101 uzosubayeka ke lapho ngoba sebeyibonela
ukuthi no
sebeyazi vele ukuthi kumele benze njalo. Excited fethu episode 6 sinonana uchi no shit today. Hello nana.
Hello, guys.
Right, Scott.
I'm well. No, I'm well. I hope everybody is well.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's been a hectic day, but it's been wonderful, right?
That's right, yeah.
Energy still on.
Today is going to be interesting, isn't it, guys?
Very interesting.
Oh, amazing.
Very interesting.
I really can't wait to get started.
Sambang is speed.
Sambang is speed.
Sambang is speed. Siyabonga kakhulu guys siphinde nabuya for another episode. We have a very interesting topic namuhla, which is local businesses, entrepreneurship elokishini, ukuba nebusiness nje elokishini ukuthi kunjani. So umuntu esiniphathelene namuhla we wouldn't say business, it's a brand. And I believe ukuthi it's going to be one of the biggest brands lana. It's not just a brand, it's not just any brand, it's an energy drink.
Yeah,
banga abantu bana
energy drink obaziye nje wena mfethu lana elokishini
ngoba ngisho juice nje ngibona kwezi juice khona juice akulu kwezi juice. So namuhla siniphathele i-guest sisimami nangimazi ngo-Mr. Nyama, abanye bathi Mr. Speed. So yena umuntu esiniphathelena ke namuhla uzosixoxela ngebrand yakhe, uzosixoxela ukuthi kunjani to own ibusiness elokishini. Futhi uyaphila?
Yaphila bafethu kunjani?
Siyaphila kakhulu baba. Sejabula bese kuba nawe namuhla bese.
Hayi kujabula mina bafethu. Thank you for the invite. This is a nice place, by the way.
Siyabonga.
So thank you.
You're the first one actually to experience the new design.
The new look.
Well, actually, when you talk about designs, you can even see the brand.
Should say hamzela. Should ufike kahle vele ibrand vele. Sifica vele sifica design si all si right kobele. Kobele waqonda. Munga introduce njengobanje bese kwabantu.
Well, my name is Lexington Nyama. Those are the names that I was given by my parents. In business, they now call me Mr. Speed because of this brand. The founder of this energy drink.
Amazing brand.
Yes.
Hayi bafo sike sathi ukuyitest. Hani mhlawumbe ku Elin ukhuluma lo, but sike sayitest. Yabo. Already ngiyeza ukuthi ayingeka.
Yeah.
Yabo energy khona. I-energy khona.
Manje ngathi ngizosuma ngigijime la.
Yes, nakhona ufuna ukisho nani?
Can I describe the taste?
Yes, please.
My word. Okay, so when you drink it, you can taste the alcohol, but the alcohol dissipates before, the taste of the energy drink. So you left with the taste of the energy drink.
What's it mix? So many no alcohol, man.
Fine, guys, busted. Yes. Okay. So it is very exotic. The taste is it's absolutely.
Thank you so much.
It's Richard's Bay.
Thank you. It's Richard's Bay. That's how we close it. Yes.
But I think today it's going to be very special. It's umuntu oqala ozokhuluma ngebusiness or ozokhuluma
entrepreneurship
ngebrand.
Yeah.
In a way, so I'm excited. Mina mfethu ukubuzwa mfethu izinto ozobusifundisa zona nezinto ozobuxoxa ngazo. Koqala mhlawumbe into esingaqala ngayo mhlawumbe usichazele nje mfethu mhlawumbe indlela wakhula ngayo, indlela nje mfethu okhule ngayo and your background nje mhlawumbe samncane sakhula.
All right. First of all, I was born in Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe.
Yes, I was born in Zimbabwe, Bulawayo.
Oh, yes.
I'm actually one of those people who are in the lineage of the Kumalo kingship clan, by the way. But I was raised here because I'm half and half. My mother is a South African, a Zulu Matube. My father is from Zimbabwe. But I came here when I was young. Okay. I studied here in Funde.
What age?
I think around 4 or 5 there. Yes. So I was very young back then. I had to start everything here. I studied here. I finished my matric at Lamvana.
One of our high schools,
Mr. Mtembo. That was my principal, and then Mrs. Mpungo was being my second principal after the late Mpungo.
Manje ngiphulula imla kushuthi umuntu wafunde eHlamvana kushuthi wakule area le lapho kwaba khona nesigameko lapho kuthiwa khona eHlamvana nendlamvuzo zayizacishe zabulalana esikhaweni.
Well, actually, I was lucky enough because I wasn't in that era. I'm not that old, by the way. I know I look. I'm not that old, okay?
Oh, yeah.
It's very fun. I finished my matric in 2012. I was born in 1994 on the 2nd of April. So, yeah, I'm not that old. Actually, my era, it was that era whereby students were very serious because that was the time whereby Hlamvana, produced serious, results.
Results when it comes to the matric
the
results.
Matriculants. Having my sister, my relative who had 6 A's and a B. And I followed with 5 B's and 2 A's. So
Sharp schooling.
I bencenga bafethu bencenga hayi bengizama
Abaningi abantu abavuma bethi hayi mina ngibukhala hayi mina ngibukhala bonke bethi hayi bengizama
Wena ufika unjani skid?
Asikele mfethu uqiniso mfethu hayi cha ngangaphiwe ngalendlela ukuthi ngizothi nganginswempu ngangi-average.
Average.
Yeah mfethu ngangi-average pass ngangafeyile mfethu ngokuba pasa ngangihlezi ngikhona kodwa ngeke ngibale lokhu ngibala ko top 10 manje hayi mfethu
Neza ngazi nganginjani abuye phase kubuye bemnyama
ubuye lento ethi faka u0 thisha
angazi ngene yini ubuye kube grade ubuye kufundeke kodwa sometimes
uthi faka u0
ubuye ubone ukuthi ngeke kufundeki manje. Nana, would you like to say something?
Yes, of course.
Yes,
I just, I wanted to get back to the topic of his background, and I'm interested to know, were you born in a Christian background? Like, what kind of religion were you born under?
Well, actually, I was raised by my grandmother. Actually, besides being Mr. Speed, but ngabandlululi.
Oh yeah.
As in like, some men of God, they say they don't sit with people who drink or that and that. No, what I care about is just having a similar, belief or same belief, believing in God, and the rest follows. So I was raised by a very, very serious Christian, which is my grandmother, to an extent that on a Sunday, if you don't go to church, I would, So,
and you have won in
yes, and there's a lot, actually. There's a lot. And stuff like that, city, But I was raised in a very, very solid Christian, family.
About now, like what about now? Like, are you still as religious? Do you still follow the same principles?
Well, most definitely, I'm one of those people that I can assure you that in Christianity, there is power in Christianity. There is power in belief, because besides just being a normal believer, I also happen to have a calling. It's just that I haven't yet started a ministry, but I do get invites.
What's the calling?
Well, I'm a preacher of the gospel, basically. But there is something further that happens whereby one is a calling in the prophetic ministry, to pray for people. I can attest to the fact that when you pray for people, they do fall under the power. I know a lot of people, they say, they pray for people, or no. I can assure you that I'm just a simple businessman and a simple spiritual person. So I can attest to the fact that there is so much power in Christianity. And there are a lot of people with different, callings and stuff like that. It's just that it differs with the discipline.
Okay.
Yes, it differs with the discipline.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very important, because character is like the fuel that burns, that burns the lantern, you understand?
Yes.
So if there's no character, then there's a problem. If you mix oil inside and then water, the light will be like, so it's like character, the oil inside. You understand? So it's very important for that to be, solid, to be there, just on point.
So you can even to calling, but because the character was not like in connection with the calling.
Well, most definitely, some people, they are lucky enough to, I don't know why we're deviating so much, but it's fine.
It's fine.
But actually, when it comes to the issue of the calling, there are a lot of people, even our mothers and our fathers. It's actually a genealogy thing, If you're born in a Christian family, usually it's right there, from the top to the bottom. They are all Levi, I'm now getting to the Bible. But there's a family of priests. If you're born into that, all of you are like that. You understand? So if you find that there's one person who was born into that family who likes to go about doing different things, then obviously you even die until without fulfilling your calling. And that is an error. It is an error. So if you have a calling, it has to go with your character.
Yes, Nana.
I know, you're talking about spirituality.
Oh, yeah.
But we're also talking about business at the same time.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I would be interested to know, how has spirituality and business interacted in your life? Yeah.
Most definitely. Let me tell you this. There's no business person who's not spiritual. First of all.
Okay.
If you're a businessman, you have to be spiritual. Whether you believe in tradition or you believe in God and angels, you understand? Even though there's something which people have, they try to explain this they placed an error in that conversation.
Yeah.
For example, there's nothing like, let me say this, let me not call it tradition. Let me call it voodoo.
It's voodoo.
Yes, because tradition is aligned with Christianity.
Yeah.
Lento yama ancestors and stuff, it's aligned with Christianity.
Would you say ukuthi wenze ukuthi mhlawumbe uthole ukuthi unento mhlawumbe unebusiness or certain brand mhlawumbe gcina ngasahambi kahle nginokuthi mhlawumbe kusetshenziswa yona leyo voodoo leyo. Do you believe in that?
Well, kuyashawana la ngaphandle. Most definitely, I can tell you. You know what? Me being a business person, there are like hundreds of people that are not even happy to see me thriving like this. I haven't reached the top of the ladder. I'm still here at the bottom or at the center.
Yes,
I don't know. But I can definitely show you, Guti, you need to be spiritual. Believe in God or believe in voodoo. Choose one. If you go for God, which means you pray, have an altar that will stand against other altars. Yeah. If you go for voodoo, ambolanda inyoka bafu
ube nekhuphi
usheshe ukuphumelela ube nesigubhu sakho kusheshe kucaca yayibona nto yes for me I chose the Christian
The
side
Christian side.
yayibona
Inside,
nto.
yeah.
Yes
Yeah, and I would say I'm more on the Christian side because ekhaya nje sikhule sithandaza yabo. So nami ngiyakholelwa ukuthi if kunento yenzayo you need to have ihawu. Whether it's Christianity ukukholelwa uNkulunkulu whether kulungisa umsamo yabo but yonke into nje oyenzayo kumele ibe nehawu layo ukuthi okay mina lento lengivikela kanje lento.
most definitely
Because abaganga abantu la ngaphandle.
kuyagangwa la ngaphandle you know there's a lot of things that has went wrong uyabo like kunemkhuba which have developed from certain households which was not supposed to be like that. Did you guys know that ukushisa impepho was not a thing of a household?
It was not.
It wasn't.
About that.
Well, issue ukushisa impepho, it was something which was done by the community when they interact with the unomkhubulwane and stuff like that for the issue of rain. But now people, because you know, people, they are intelligent. They see something and then they bring it home. Yebo. This is why sinabantu abafuya ngisho amabhubesi kanti ibhubesi lasesihlathini. So people, they know how to maneuver around uyabo tempering with the way things are supposed to be going and then they do those things ngenye indlela to benefit themselves. Yebo. Exactly.
Going back to business, Buff. Speed.
Yes, Buff. Yes.
Amazing brand, Buff.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Amazing brand. Before lo mbuzo cela ukushaya isipho face.
Tell speed to pause.
Sisi lengxoxo uyinika ispeed.
Yeah, sithi kuyiposta kancane.
Face. Idea qhamuka kanjani face? Ukuthi
kuze kube khona energy
drink. Decide ukwenza ujuice ngeke ukwenza yonke into. Ngizokwenza energy drink.
Ngibize ngespeed futhi.
Oh yeah. About the name, Speed, like I told you, I'm a spiritual person. I had to inquire spiritually about this name. And then I got the name Speed. You understand? Okay. It's a long story on how that is because of the technicalities
you had to
of the
inquire.
Spiritual realm. Yes. Whatever we do, we inquire.
Okay.
I prayed.
Church.
Okay, no. Believing has nothing to do with the church.
Okay.
Believing is a thing of a heart. True. Christianity is a thing of a heart.
Okay.
You understand? Your heart is a contact point to the spirituality.
Yes.
This is why if you ulala ucasukelo uzophupha inyoka uphuphe lonke lento. You understand? But if you sleep happy, you dream about positive things. You understand? So the way your heart is positioned, it matters to the spiritual realm. Okay. So when I wanted to start this, I had to pray. I do have my own place of prayer and altar that I pray. And then when I go to sleep, I see things. Everybody has that ability anyway. Yeah. You understand? In other words, there's no need for you to go and consult. We consult to other people because we lack the information. And we are not spiritually awakened. You understand? So that's the first part about the name. Yes. Secondly, this brand, it's actually a promise that I made to my mother. My mother was a housemaid. You understand?
Yes.
So like 15 years to 20 years ago, she used to, you know, when you're a housemaid and you're working for Indians, they overwork you. That's just a matter of truth. You wash the plates for like 50 people. You wash the clothes for so many people. So my mother used to drink those energy drinks, which are not healthy.
Too much caffeine.
Reboost was not there at that time. I think there was Dragon, Monster there, you know, or Red Bulls and stuff like that.
Yes.
So I was not happy for her to drink those things because of her age, number one. Number two, because of their impact. Yeah. So one day when we were in Durban, I told her, you know what, mother, when I make it in life, I'm going to create an energy drink that you'll be able to drink. You understand? Which is healthy, which is good for your health. So finally, when I had a small amount of money,
Small amount.
Okay. Yeah, let's
to start an energy drink, a small amount.
Small amount of money.
So usaqhubeka bese kuphazamisa sasichazela nje bese ukuthi yaqala kanjani like yaqala nini wafika nini when did you
Well, the time that I managed to start the project, it was actually in 2020.
Isikhathi COVID.
Let's just say 2019, because back then there were hearsays about COVID coming and stuff like that.
Okay.
Spiritually, some of us and some of spiritual people had already seen it. You understand? So it was a wrong timing for the product to start. And when I started in 2020, there was hope, but COVID came. No one was focused on energy drinks. No. People were focused on living. Lives. They wanted to survive. They didn't care about energy drinks and stuff like that. So the business was very slow. And then after COVID, there was looting.
Yeah. Affects all the looting. Affects anyway.
Yes, it affected me a lot because I was leaving my stock to these shops on consignment. Ooh. You know, I say I leave my stock, you sell for me, I come and collect my money. You understand? So when I left my stock in all those shops, they came and then they looted everything.
How much was the effect?
The effect was very bad, brother, because if these things had boomed up, I was gonna be a millionaire.
In a space of how many months? If you calculate,
just by the stock.
Ooh.
Just by the stock, I was gonna be very, very successful. That one I can assure you.
Yeah.
Small amount of money.
Allow me to be humble. Allow me to be humble, guys. Allow me to be humble.
Yes, Nana.
So I just wanted to find out, Guti. Now, how did you recover from that loss that you made during that period?
Well, there's somebody on the bottle that is written MS Mlotra. I do have somebody who invested into my business, and the initiative was still there, and the ways to come back was still there, but they come and then they added on top of what I had. And then that small amount was raised.
Small amount.
Once again, the small amount was raised. You understand? The small amount was raised. And then we managed to come back again. Lucky enough, there are no more once-off fees and all those kind of things that you usually pay before. So now it was simply the issue of continuation with the stock.
Yeah.
Yes. And like I said, I promised my mother something healthy.
Yes.
And I did create something healthy.
It was an icon, man.
At first, the first flavor, it was lemon.
Lemon.
Yes, it was lemon.
Yes, lemon.
Yeah.
Lemon.
Yeah, mash.
What's the EP flavor then?
Ginseng ikhona lapha phakathi.
Yeah, ikhona lapha phakathi baba.
Mhlawumbe singaqala lapho siqale lapho kwi-ginseng nje sichaza ukuthi yini ginseng.
Well, ginseng is basically a herb that was used during in ancient times. If you look at it, it's more like ginger in its, when you look at it. But it's ginseng on its own. Yeah, well, so what does it do? It does a lot to the body. For male, it boosts the hormones, the testosterone.
For abafana.
For male, ginseng for male.
Okay.
In all those pills for sex pills and stuff like that, they all come with ginseng. Yes, so it does a lot. I don't need to further explain myself about that.
Mama. Speed dial. Yes, Nana.
You can definitely do that.
Omunye umbuzo bese bengifuna ukubuza wona mfethu. Like umuntu mayefuna uqala ibhizinisi bese it can be a brand, can be a business. Like, what are the challenges? Mhlambe ongathi wena wawafacea usaqala ibhizinisi lakho, usaqala ibrand, usayimplement.
Well, every business, it depends on the challenges that you face. Some businesses, they don't need capital. Some businesses, they are simply service. You know, if I'm somebody who goes and, clean your house, the only man that I'll need are the detergents, money for detergents,
yeah.
you know. That's if you don't have your own detergents. So the challenges that we face in business, there are so many. But let's start with the issue of capital. Capital is an issue.
Yes.
You know, this is why we have NYDA, but it's unfortunate that it doesn't support everybody.
What is
There are-
MITA?
NYDA.
NYDA.
NY.
Yeah,
NYDA.
Well,
It's a
NYDA.
government institution whereby it deals with funding the small businesses and stuff like
okay.
that
Oh, yeah.
with an amount of 50,000. That's the last time I checked.
Yes.
But it chooses, the age it matters. Before 30 and below or 35 and below, if I'm not mistaken. But the problem that most people face in business is capital. You understand?
Yeah.
And if you don't have capital, then you're in trouble. Actually, it's the problem for all of us because we're not given enough access to capital.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's happening. So, yes.
Yes, Nana.
Okay. Not to say that I'm challenging or anything like that, but would you say it's not having access to the funds or not having the knowledge to access the funds that is our biggest problem?
Let me just start by saying something simple.
Okay.
It has never been made easy for us black people.
Yeah.
It is never made easy for us. I've never seen any white person in the queue to go for a funding with the black man.
With the black.
When do they apply? Because they are the same banks, they are the same, institutes. But apply on anyone. You understand?
Yeah.
But for us, it's difficult because if you want to go and apply, did you know that you can become a doctor right now? You can earn 50,000. But if you don't have a debt, you cannot get a loan because they cannot trust you with a loan without a debt. This is why all the time awusebenza kufanele uyovula
Isikweletu.
range. It's a system that is made. You understand?
But say, credit score.
Credit score.
All those things. It's a system that is made to press us
To
down.
press us down.
It's a system that is there it's a disadvantage for us, to tell you the truth.
Oh, yeah.
So it's to be quite frank. And the pity part about this, the people whom we apply the funding to are also black people.
Nayo
Inina labo esithi masifika kunina nithathe iform nilifake emgqonyeni ngizo-apply for
Umuntu omnyama kodwa nawo.
ngiyahamba ngibuyele ekhaya ngiyokhanyisa amakhandlela ngithi nkulunkulu akukhanya kube nje kanti wena usuthathile wafaka emgqonyeni. You see now, this is the funny part about it because we don't go and apply to white people.
Yes, true.
We apply to black people. And they're the black people who are supposed to process our documents, get the funding. But they're the ones who do not qualify us.
Oppressing against us, yeah.
So it's a system that is made which is a disadvantage for us, to be quite frank. Yeah, to be straight in jail, like it's a system that is there. So to answer your question, it's not the knowledge. We are very, very equipped. You understand?
Yes.
We are actually the origins of the motherland, So it's not the knowledge, but we are deprived from getting the access to that.
Yeah.
That's just the truth.
Hayi. Mina ngiphendulekile impela bengakhulunywa nami. Ngiyathemba nokuthi hayi imphendula ifikile. Hayi ifikile. So bafo omunye umbuzo engakubuza wona ukuthi ispeed. Okay, siyasibona ispeed sihleli nawe lana. Ispeed sikhona la osusifake khona mhlambe kuma retailer yabo indawo njengo Shoprite yabo.
Okay, I'll be quite frank with you.
Yes.
Ngisangene e-roads.
Yeah.
Fortunately ngikwazile ukungena e-roads from eSkawini to Mtuba by month end izobisi khona kuzo zonke itolo zase-roads.
By month end.
Yes, by month end.
Roots butcher njalo.
Roads butcher and shop.
Shout out to Roots. Shout out to Roots. Siyabonga.
The owner there is a very nice white guy.
Kunzima kangakanani bese wenza lokho?
Ukwenza
To
lokho,
get
lokho.
i-products kanje
Yes.
into shelves, into stores, njengo Roots.
You just have to have a product that's worth putting there. Yeah, If a product is not worth putting there, then there's an issue. Number one. Number two, you have to be a product which anybody can buy.
Oh,
understand?
yes.
Because if I'm the owner of the shop and you come with your product, engacacile, I cannot take it. Whether I take it because it's cheap or it's quality and it's needed by the people and the price is right.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. And fortunately enough, Rose didn't ask for anything from me. He said, "Oh, that's a nice brand. A black person doing this. That's cool."
That's cool. Yeah.
And then he said, "You know what? Let's try it out on consignment again." So maningahamba niyolutha namhlanje ngilahlekelwe mina.
Hey, yabona
Affecteka le small amount le.
Le small amount.
Affecteka.
Yebo, the small amount.
Yeah.
So okay, on consignment again. Yebo. So in Jalinda and go ShopRite. No, ShopRite. I decided, you know what? Let me get the VAT number first.
Oh, okay.
Because I went to Spa, I had a meeting with one of the spas. I won't mention who, but to show you how depriving it is. He was happy about the product, but he asked me for a VAT number. And do you know how much one has to have for one to qualify for VAT?
I was about to ask you.
Voluntarily, it's 50,000. And then now,
Just for a number.
it's a must for you to have a VAT number when you have $1 million. So if I'm to saying I'll go for a must, which means I need to have $1 million.
$1 million.
In my account by selling speed, not by any money coming from left and right. Understand?
It should come with speed.
So those are the matters, those are the issues. It's actually like a way of saying no. Yeah. But you know what I'm gonna do? I've been working so hard to raise that amount.
The small amount again.
Another small amount.
Yeah, it's too much because it's this one is too much because it's
This one is too much.
It's too much because it's for VAT. That's the issue.
Yeah.
It's too much. It's too much. So they said I should have a VAT number before I can get into Spa. So once I have the VAT number, then I'll go and renegotiate our terms and conditions. I might go there and then they'll say that no, your product is new, is nice. Give us something to try for free.
Or just to implement it to check
izothengwa
Now, so I cannot give them for free.
Yeah.
You see?
It's business.
Because if I have to supply or Spa about 10 for free, I'm at 24.
You're losing.
I'm losing. Yeah. You understand?
That's
you see?
Down.
So that's the thing. What am I supposed to do now? What I'm supposed to do is simply create an energy drink like all other energy drink. Ngingabi nandaba uthi nizokhula yini noma nibe njani ngibize 5 rand.
Uyagulisana la manje.
Lapho ngisafuna ukukubuza mina ngempela ukuthi yona yakho ihluke ngani kulawa amanye ama energy drink because phela nayo energy drink ekugcineni.
Okay. Ekugcineni inkinga igama ba.
Igama.
Yabo. It's like ukubizwa ngomuntu omnyama. It is a disadvantage on its own.
Yeah,
so, but calling this an energy drink, it's okay. This is why I say speed sports energy drink.
Okay.
But now, basically, an energy drink is made up of 2 major elements, which is sugar and caffeine. You understand? What happens is this sugar plus caffeine equals to hyper, one becomes hyper, a virtue energy. It's like usukupampa like you ukhuphula ama palpitations enhliziyo. When heart palpitations goes up, there's a certain hormone which is released. And when that hormone is released, it causes you to be active. But the problem is this: that hormone from your body. This is why you get tired after when it is out of your system. And before you know it, these hormones. Before you know it, you become addicted. You can no longer function with that. I have a lot of people who have been addicted to energy drinks, but since they started using speed, they can now go for days without drinking them. You understand? Without drinking speed, without drinking those energy drinks, they can drink this one. So what makes this one different?
Yes.
There's something called CoQ10. It is a bodybuilding element. It is naturally released.
Ungabe isigora nje ngiphuza speed.
You must gym first. Yeah, you must gym. So CoQ10, our bodies, they release CoQ10. So CoQ10 is released by our body for the maintenance of muscle growth and everything.
Okay.
So CoQ10 take care of your body in so many ways. And then when we add ginseng, which has to do with blood purification, some they say it may help with heart conditions. It may help in so many things. You understand? And then there are BCAs. BCAs, these are amino acids which we found in food. They are important amino acids. Yes, they are very, very important for the body. So, and there is zero sugar. You understand? Instead of sugar, there is sucralose.
Ukusho njalo ukuthi uthena i-energy drink yenziwa i-caffeine noshukela. But ke yakhumbula zero sugar.
You see now, which is why I said it is tempered by default. Ngingakho ibizwa nge-energy drink.
Energy drink. Oh.
Yeah, it's like being called umuntu omnyama.
Njoba dushu.
Yabo. It's igama. Yabo. There is no other name I could have used to say boosting juice or something like that.
Boosting juice. Yes, Nana.
Yeah, Nana.
Yes.
So I heard you speaking about sucralose just now.
Yes, sucralose.
Yes, may you please
Sucralose falls under the category of sweeteners. You understand? It falls under the category of sweeteners. There's those sugar which even those people who have sugar, who are sugar diabetic, they use to drink tea. So it's something like that. So in other words, this energy drink, even people who have sugar, they can drink this. Who are sugar diabetic, they can drink this.
Nice.
So it's a product that I've created for everybody.
wow.
On the
Just
day,
to mama kuphela.
Ngicabanga nje ukuthi nje mina
started with
no
my
gogo
mama.
la uzowina la.
Dear mama.
Dear mama. So bese umbuzo ade ngifuna ukubuza bese mina kune quote la ebhaliwe la. If abantu bengazi mawuthenga speed.
Hamba uthenga speed,
They have codes. They have codes. Kune quote la ethi a black man's hindrance to success is not a white man but another black man.
Yeah.
So can you explain lokho mhlawumbe wawuzama ukuchaza ini because anyway nami ngiyavumelana but sifuna ukuzwa wena like ukuthi
First of all, Buffett, like I said, when you go to the bank applying for money, it's not a white man that you meet there.
It's a black person.
Yes. If kungaba khona isiqongo lana, obana bafika bezokubopha, are they white people?
No.
Abantu abamnyama obana bakuthatha bakufuhlele evenini ngenkani. Abantu abamnyama. Mawuya ebank ufica abantu. Abantu abamnyama.
Yeah.
Yes. If you go to any place whereby it has to do with benefiting a black person, you meet a black person there. And they are the ones that disqualify you.
The inhibitors.
Abuse kubuntu as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
It's like ogwam. I survive. Whatever happens to other people, it doesn't matter to me. So when I say a black man's hindrance to success is not a white man, I mean to say that if Singabambana as black people, we can do a lot. There was a war which happened to Sandlana.
Sandlana. Yeah.
You imagine there were people fighting people with guns, but bebe petim count. And that war, I think the black people, they won there. Because they did drive those people with guns out.
Away. Retreat, yes.
Yeah, they did retreat. Imagine now, these are black people behlangene, bepetim konto, and there's somebody who's holding a gun. You understand? A gun, it can kill a line of people. Like, must be a line. Ingashaya one is a pumekcinen. But now, we have people who manage to conquer people with spears. You understand? While it's the Afghans. Because bebehlangene. You understand? So the reason why we are not succeeding as black businessmen as fast as we are supposed to. Yes. Can you imagine if one house per household, I'm going to buy speed energy drink. One household. How many houses are there? There's so many houses.
That's 5 billion people in South Africa. It's plus 5 billion.
Angikho sure
No,
na
there are
ama
millions.
numbers.
There are millions.
Million.
Billions is worldwide.
It's a world.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
worldwide.
Yeah.
Billions, it's a
It's
worldwide.
plus 5 million.
It's with a lot of millions in South Africa.
South Africa.
So if each household say they are going to buy this, not because they like it, let's just say it like that, but for the sake of supporting another black man. Because the last time I checked, according to my record, were only 2 black people with energy drinks.
South Africa.
South Africa.
or
In
KZN.
South Africa.
In South Africa.
Yes, I know of DJ Spoo and I know of myself.
Kana safuna ukubuza uthi imbanga cause ingakho mbuzo maybe.
Face.
No, the last time I checked, you were only 2. All other predators and stuff like that, they're white owned. If you want to see that a product is white owned,
Yes.
look at where it access. Predator, when it comes out, it went straight to Debonairs.
In the
Date.
Predator.
Yes.
And it's one of the worst energy drinks. I'm serious. I'm serious.
Ngiphuza bengafakazela kodwa ngiyayazi noma ngiphuza ngiyazi
The shade.
But right now, it's even associated with Coca-Cola.
yo
Yes, singaphansi kwa Coca-Cola. It's very easy. I hope this statement will not close doors for me.
I take it.
bazo understand
You see?
yeah and basafuna ukubuza khona ukuthi izibe i-product ibe approved ukuthi ibe like i-product kanje amalokuzana ama difficulties akhona akhahlabezanga kanani
Yeah.
be approve ukuthi phela manje idayise phela manje
Well, it's very easy. Money. It's a
money.
matter of money. If you have a small amount,
Mr. Small amount
if you have a small amount, it's easy for you to get access. Yeah, well, even the Bible say a gift in secret open doors.
And so-
you understand?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, so but besides that, on a serious note, if you have money, nothing is impossible with you. Money answereth all in this world. So issues about money. Because why? Uyasingakwazi ukuyithengela igubhu. Sikhandele lama stickers lawo. Sifakele thina, yabo?
Yeah.
But the issue now, angeke isaba CGMP approved because kufuneka umuntu ozosuka kwa government ozochecka leyo ndawo ukuthi is it an okay place for CGMP. Kufanele kusuka umuntu ozosuka from Muslim side. This product is also a halal approved, which means the Muslims, they also drink
can
this.
drink it.
You understand? So you need people from Muslim side to approve this.
ngibona izinto eziningi zinohalal.
What's the trouble manners? Come on,
In a mockery way, it's simply
Kuze ngibona ama
You know-
chips spicy.
I got to halal
Restaurants.
a halal.
I once worked to do one
Well,
of those
Muslims, they don't eat pork. So it's something that is not associated with pork, number one. When it comes to their meat, it simply means it has to first Mecca and then they speak something before they kill it and then they slaughter it.
oh yes
They pray for it sort of and then they slaughter it.
Inyama ethandazeliwe.
items
Inyama
with
ihalal.
They pray for it facing Mecca, you know?
yeah
Yeah.
There is something that I would have liked to ask. As an entrepreneur, what would you say is the most interesting part of being an entrepreneur?
Well, it's the sleepless nights.
it's interesting
It's the sleepless nights.
Because you can imagine dog energy drink.
Yo.
Like I can't even imagine the process mhlambe yokuyenza. Ngisafuna ukuthi yenziwa.
Well, there's one major company which does the manufacturing, bottling of this one. It's Intle. Well, actually, la OTJs both they manufacture their own product. So in London, are on the same place.
Yeah.
oh
All Switch, all Banban,
yes I saw switch
all those energy drinks. We collect them on one place. Yeah, hold on. Yes, we collect them on one place. And another thing is this. The reason why I chose to differ is because it's healthy and I chose to differ even the bottling. A lot of energy drinks, they are inside the cans.
yeah it's cans
But once you open a can, you cannot close it.
yeah true
But this bottle, you open it,
this
you
is
drink
cans.
half, you can even close it if you want. You put it in the fridge. Yeah, well? So it's one of the things that I looked at. So one of the companies that I can say it's on my range, it's Lucozade.
Yeah, Lucozade.
That's true.
Yeah, I can say something like that. I'm not allowed to promote it. Yeah.
But yeah,
Ngabong from about the younger brother of Speed.
the younger brother.
What would you say? What would you say is the one thing? Okay, I'm sorry, guys. But what's the one thing that you'd say maybe that you need right now to get your company maybe to the next level?
I need a lot of money.
Not just a small amount.
I need another small amount.
Another small amount.
I need
Investors need to hear you.
you know what the thing is? The thing is about marketing.
Yeah.
You see, Coca-Cola is so many boards, you know, stickers and stuff like that.
Yes.
Oh, talking about stickers, there are people who are moving around removing my posters in shops. And they are black people.
black
On
people.
shops, they just enjoy to take it off.
Wow.
You know?
Oh, man.
I don't know. I put my face at first, but when they remove that, I say, you know what? I'm gonna remove my face. But I just realized that there are some people who have enough time to say, you know what? Namhlanje ngizohamba ngiye kulesa store and remove that poster. You understand? So yeah, that's the thing, because a hindrance to success for a black man is another black
Black man, not a white man.
Not a white man. Asibayeke abelungu bahlele emasapho busina. Right. Ithi esihleli sodwa lana bafowethu. We are here on our own. You understand?
Yes.
If we can be together, if we can be united, I can assure you, we'll do a lot of things. We'll do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Do you even know that the moment you start talking about bringing back Obundi, I target? This is the very same reason why they didn't like President Jacob Zuma. That's one of the reasons why they didn't like him.
Can we please
you know
not
the
get into
reason
the
why?
politics, guys? We are drifting. We are drifting. The politics is going to get busy.
It's just a little bit of a statement, you know, because Jacob Zuma stood up for black excellency.
Yeah.
Even Malema, it's just that Malema, it does not filter his statements.
Yeah.
Usho nje ngo. Yayibona.
Ngoba kunjani.
Yabo njengoba kunjalo. This is why they don't like him. You understand?
Yeah.
But if you do not talk about black excellency, you talk about unity, you talk about rights, gay rights, lesbian rights, these rights, that rights, you know, me to you, you to me. Those, you know, those organizations, they'll love you.
Yeah.
Even there's this president from my country, Robert Mugabe. He was a good president, one of the best presidents ever.
That time.
Until he said, let's talk about black excellency. Let's give power to black people. Let's give the land to black people. Right now, they realize that they cannot destroy that country. The sanctions are lifted. They decided to go back. You understand?
Yeah.
They lift the sanctions so that they can make money. But now that's the thing. The moment you start talking about Ubuntu, the moment, there was a deleted scene. Movie Kashaka. It asked, this white man was talking to the actor who you know, who was representing Shaka.
Oh, Henry said.
Yes, that guy. He said, asking the white man, tell me, if your kids come to my land and they mingle with my kids, how are we going to stay? Is it going to be black, white, black, white?
Yeah.
He couldn't answer. We're talking about something that happened years ago.
Yes.
Are we staying black, white now?
No.
Remember, this is our land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
True.
I'm not inciting any violence. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
naturally, we are indigenous. Okay, Africa is the motherland of all, you understand? Yeah. Because people came from Egypt to overseas, overall, you understand? Yes. Okay, we are one. But the people who were left guarding the home is us black people. You understand? Yeah. Are you following? So
yeah.
He asked them that, is it going to be black and white, black, white? That scene, why was it deleted from the movie? Why was it removed? And he said, what happens now if your kids find this place of ours a home and decide not to go back, what's going to happen? Because the land belongs to us.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So what am I simply saying? I'm simply saying the moment you follow Ubuntu, the moment you talk about improving black people's lives, look at Jacob Zuma. I like that guy so much. Understand?
Yeah.
Even though he looting Boshwa made me lose a lot of money. Uzuma, if you watch this, ngilahlekelwe imali ngesikhathi Boshwa. So if you're watching Zuma, you must send me try something. You understand?
Send a small amount.
A small amount. Yes, I lost a lot of money during looting.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I'm saying I lost a lot of money. A small amount of money.
A small amount of money, actually.
A small amount of money.
Yes,
so if he's watching,
before
please.
we move on, yes, Nana.
So throughout your journey, do you have a mentor? Have you had a mentor? Somebody guiding you through? So,
Well, here's the thing. I know this will be very interesting.
Yeah.
Because what matters to me is my spiritual ground first. I'm a spirit before flesh.
Yeah.
Whatever that happens, stroke. So I'm a spirit being before whatever. I do look up to certain people. One of them is a late prophet T.P. Joshua. I know there's a lot of controversy with him, but I looked up to that guy.
Okay.
I can even freely and proudly say that is my role model, my spiritual father. You understand? Besides whatever stigma that is around his name, I don't care. But I looked up to that guy for spirituality. There are other people like Pastor Chris. There are other people like you, Berenjo. You understand? So those are the people that I looked up to. Why? For spiritual purpose. If you can excel in the spirit, you definitely excel in the physical. The difference between a rich man in physical and a poor man in physical is the spirituality. Because if I may, it doesn't matter whether it's in Christianity or it's in voodoo.
Yeah.
As long, did you know that umthakathi onzima la endaweni can bewitch a pastor who's smaller in the ranks? Ngisho esebenzisa igama lika Jesu.
Lingasebenzi.
Uzokuhlasela, uzokushaya kakhulu.
Ha.
It's about the ranks. Spiritual. Did you know, guys, people are entities. If you go into a meeting, you sit down with people. Umfico omunye a pet of a snake. Other they have a pet of a photo.
It's of a snake.
And it's not a miss, it's not a shock umuntu umlungu mayigcina inyoka endlini. But kamakhelwane mayike yabakhona inyoka.
Lona.
Not even inyoka, ikawo. So what you need to understand, the moment you get into a building, you entered a building full of entities. Some they stand for gay rights, some they stand for lesbian, some they stand for voodoo. They say let us freely worship this, let us freely worship the devil. Some you are entangled with a lot. A spiritual realm, it's a complicated environment. It is too busy. There's so much traffic in that. So when people come together, there are different entities that come together. So if you are not superior to all these entities, you will be manipulated. So that's the thing.
So mimbuza temfuna ukubuza mnaputama ukuthi wa mention ukuthi like i-COVID affects in a way.
Yes.
So mifuna ukubuza like how did you cope with that mentally, because in a way umuntu who was not strong mentally results vele sengishayile vele
ngiyayeka mina.
So how did you manage to keep going?
Well, actually it's all about a dream. If you know what you want, if you enjoy what you're doing, you continue pursuing it. That's number one. Well, actually I did have a breakdown because I lost a lot of money. It even affected relationships. It affected my finances. I even went as far into as losing a house. That's how bad it was. You understand? That's how bad it was. Even, when I talk about relationships, even the people that I thought they had my back, they show their true colors. There's a lot that happened to me. Houses, having a baby mama turning against you, and
ayisangeni le mali.
nanokuthi status masingasekho akasenandaba.
Akasenandaba.
So there's a lot that happened. My life became a mess. You understand? I can definitely attest to that. It's just that I'll say this truth in front of everybody. Mhlambe, it's simply because I didn't know where to go and turn to for a quick boost for money. If I had a place I don't know, maybe I would have gone there. Mhlambe ngaba nje ngifike lana nje ngihamba nenyoka yami. And I'm telling you the truth. Because there are times where you get desperate enough to say you can do anything in life. And just it's the truth. It's the truth. And the more I go through that, then you are not yet spiritually matured. And I thank God and I focused and everything. But my background allows me to do that because ngizalwa izinkonzo olubambela ingasho nomkhulu bami. So, I come from a generation of traditional healers. Fortunately enough, ngiyasinda because my father did not finish izinto. So angikho qualified full ukuba unyama. Ngapha kubo kamama. So ngisindela khona lokho. So otherwise, if it was not for that,
So that moment you would say
I would have gone for anything. Do you guys understand what it means to go from shopping mawufika lapha no swipe unganaki nokuthi balance ithini? Uswipe ubona ukuthi uzothatha ingole esibili akuphushela abafana. Yabona? Unganaki ne balance because umnandi, and then you go from that to zero. Yayibona indaba. When you start losing things, 3 cars sold. Paid up cars, not cars which were being paid by installment. No, these are paid up cars. You go back from saying, hey, let me sell this car first. Which you sell that one. The last one I sold it last year, January.
Yes, Nana.
Yes, Nana.
We were still on the mentorship topic. I also would have liked to know, Woodsie, what is the best advice that you got from your mentor? You said your mentor is TB Joshua.
TB Joshua, yes.
Yes, TB Joshua. What can you say is the best advice that you've ever gotten from him?
Well, there's a lot of, advice that I got from him. But one of the biggest one, it says, whatever you do, if it does not come from the heart, then it's not genuine. Whatever that is not of heart, it is not genuine. He even said, Christianity lies within the heart. So whatever that you do, which is not of the heart, then it's all a lie. Because out of the depth of the heart proceeded the genuineness of a person. You understand?
What would you say makes a successful business?
The definition of a successful business or success.
It's a good product at the right place at the right time. Do you know that people abakandi for COVID they made a lot of money? Because sanitizer. So it's what makes a business successful. It's the product at the right place at the right time. You understand?
Yeah.
With the right price. Because kune ifonyo lezi ezazinama ngathi ispeak ama-ventilators like besingayithengi lezo. Besithenga lezi yabo. Ezisheshayo. 10 yabona. 5 rand 10 rand there yabona.
Yeah.
So it's a good product at the right time, at the right place, with the right price. Because you can create something which is great kodwa uthola ukuthi asikayidingi. Ngisangayikhanda ifonyo manje khona owenza ama-millions ngeifonyo, but mangayikhanda manje ngeke ngenza ama-millions because it's not the right time.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just like that.
Yes, Nana.
What's your favorite quote? One of them anyway. You know, I know we all have different quotes, but what's your favorite quote?
My favorite quote, well, I do have a lot of them, you know, but let me just try to get one that would come from my heart. It would be like, to seize the moment. For example, there is moment in time for everything. In the what is it? Is it a Greek Hindra or the Greek language? It talks about kratos and chronos. There is time and then there is moment. If you miss your moment, then you would have to wait again for a long time until that time comes again. Yeah. For example, you can study the whole year, but if you miss your test, you have to wait the next year. So what am I saying? Always seize the moment. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. Because you can study. For example, I can prepare for a match to fight you. I will gym, I will run, I will do everything in my power. But if I miss on the day of the fight, if I get sick and not be able to fight, I've missed the moment. So always, that's very important. If you look at the Bible, there's a story of a guy who sat beside the pool for 30 years, 32 years, if I'm not mistaken. To 38 years there was an angel which would come from heaven and then he would enter the pool. Once he leaves the pool, anybody who gets inside, whatever sickness they had, they would be healed. But the guy all the time, bethi mase kuphuma ingilozi yakhuphuka ethi usazama ukukhaza ebheke khona agxoma usibanibani. You know, that's how heartless people are. How can they leave the guy for years, 32 to 38 years ehleli at Solomon's porches? They would see him every day. Bethi ayabona ngizomdlula lo ubala lo.
Bafuna nasi speed mfethu sizwile siyasithanda ngiyachansi longa ngasiphuza uzosithanda naye ufisa ukuyibona ukuphi mhlambe in the next coming years.
Well, ngifisa ukuthi i-speed energy drink kube yona energy drink ephuzwa abantu bakithi.
Yeah.
You know the funny part, it's a very very wrong thing ukuthi umuntu akhade into angafuni ukuthi abakubo bayiphuze.
Yeah.
I wish ukuthi kufike umnikazi we-reboost, kufike umnikazi we-speed, kufike umnikazi we-monster, kufike umnikazi we-red bull. Sithi a family member yodwa ayiphuze 5 on the same time, sibone ukuthi bangaka bazovuma
ukuthi indeni yabo iphuze lezi zinto abazenzayo.
Yeah.
Yes, there's some of the people, they don't drink what they make. So what happens is this: if you guys are not going to support me, I'll switch into those energy drinks.
Okay.
And I'll create something engeke iphuza abantu bakithi. Ezophuza inina not. Ngoba izoba cheap angithi.
Yeah.
Yes.
How much itholakala malini vele le store ibhodlela eliyi-1?
It depends with the shop and the environment.
Oh, yeah.
Normally kuba malini?
From $20 going up.
From 20
Yes,
bucks.
from $20 going up. 22, 23, 24 to 25 so far.
Yes.
Yes.
So you said you already have your product, Elend or Erutsangit.
Yes.
And right now you're in the process of getting it into Spa and Pick n Pay,
it's all if it's number.
all the other retailers, but
yeah.
wholesales and stores. So I wanted to know how soon can we be expecting to find it on the shelves?
You know, the funny part is this: it's not in my powers to do that. I can have a VAT number maybe tomorrow, and I go back and sit down with those guys, and then they say something different.
Okay.
Yeah,
You see, that's interesting information for us.
Exactly.
Yes.
There are so many ways to say no.
Yeah.
Let us remember, it's a black man in an environment where the system that is made not to
against the
benefit
black
us.
man.
So, yes.
And what's currently standing in your way of opening your own place, like your own shop?
Money.
It's money.
Small amount.
It's a small amount.
That small amount.
A small amount is needed, you know. A small amount. You know, money is the answer to everything.
And are you open to partnerships?
Most definitely, with a small amount of money.
Yes, of course.
I can give you some shares. Definitely.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's all has to do.
So I hope our listeners are listening. You know.
Yes.
I hope you guys are listening.
Yeah,
Yes. You know why? That's one of the things which most businessmen they make a mistake. They do you know why these guys, the Pakistanis and the Somalian and the Ethiopians are making it with the tuck shops? It's because they are in unit. They even own the wholesales. They are taking over those guys because they are together. Remember before ngesikhathi school bekunesitolo sokaMkhwanazi la. EsaKwaNdlovu kufanele sibe fair.
Ngenxa ukuthi khona sakamkhwanazi la.
Ngoba ngenxa ukuthi kunomkhwanazi la because mayingafika uNdlovu ezokhanda eceleni kaMkhwanazi ukugijima imfene nini. You understand? So that's the thing. You know, it's about even if I can have enough money, but kuzoba khona bazothi ngempela ngeke size sikwazi ukusupporta, ngeke sikwazi ukuthenga. You understand?
So here's Mr. Speed. What are you working on right now?
Well, basically my focus is on improving this product. You know, for it to be found all over, to be found in other shops, you know, like ShopRite, Spa and stuff like that. That's my goal for now.
Bafu aware ukuthi asinaso sponsor.
Well,
bafu aware ukuthi asinaso sponsor.
Yeah, actually, since singekwe sponsor, I'm open to becoming a sponsor.
Oh my God,
guys.
Hayi cha
Nami ngithandile le ndawo. It's good to be here. Umnandi balapha. Sengokhanda inanguzana isakhiwo ngespeed. Akusebenzisa amadokota.
Amadokota manje.
Speed, yes.
Hayi cha impela bengithi nje impela angikuveze lokho cha impela nathi asinaso yazi sponsor ngoba nawe uthi umusha. Hayi asinaso nasi sponsor.
Let's grow together then. Let's grow together.
Hayi sesodlulisela ke kulaba abojela uba nemendlela.
Abaphathi.
Sesovala Mr. Speed. Ngabe imaphi amazi mhlawumbe ongawashiya ukugqugquzela umuntu like youth efisa ukwenza business or efisa ukona ama brand or to run a successful business yini ongayisho bona?
Well, let's talk about research. Whatever you want to do first, you must research about it.
Yes.
You must understand it. Do what you love and even sometimes what you hate. You understand?
Yes.
Do what you have to do.
Do what you have to do.
Dala what you must.
Dala what you must.
Dala what you must.
Bolon. Have enough research about lento ofuna ukuyenza, number 1. Number 2, vuma ukuba islim. Do you know how much of a fool I am when I'm selling these energy drinks? Do you know I go and sell to people abasuke bedakiwe? Abanye baze bethi qala uphuze bafu. But abakaze basho ukuthi bantu abakhanda isavana ukuthi qalane niphuze. Because I'm simply a black man. They have so many questions. They just don't believe ukuthi ngenza something. Yabona. So you need to be as foolish as you can. Be under. Not for the sake of being under always, but for the sake of growing. uvuma ukuba isilima kancane.
Yeah.
Ngelinye ilanga laba abantu engibadayisela bazoba befuna ukushutha nami.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yabo?
True.
Ngelinye ilanga those people that I'm selling with, they will be saying, I know this guy. Some people, they will even be calling me, thola ukuthi leyo number sengiyishintshe. Bazokhuluma ngevoicemail.
Ngiyamuzwa.
Yayibona.
Yeah.
So it's something like that. Vuma ukuba isilima for the sake of growing. Allow yourself to grow under somebody, even if they are not that, even if they are not better than you.
Yeah.
Do you know that spiritually talking, I'm greater than most pastors with big churches, spiritually calling. But I'll allow myself to go and sit down and listen to them preaching. I learn a lot.
Yeah.
Not because I'm smaller. You understand? Yeah. For you to allow your candle to be switched on by somebody doesn't make you smaller. Yeah. So vumuba islima kufuskashanyana until you make it. Yes.
Mina engizokusho kuphela ngizothi i-word of the day yami ngiyitholile namhlanje kwi-speech. Yabona lena ethi a black man's hindrance to success is not a white man but another black man. Ayi ngiyitholile leyo mina ngizothi i-word of the day yami leyo bafethu. Nani emakhaya nilalele umuntu omnyama nomuntu omnyama we were meant ukuthi sibe together. We were meant ukuthi sibambisane. Namhlanje kufikile emadlebeneni kufike ngomuntu osomabhizinisi endaweni. So angeke ngithi hayi ngoba kufike ngaye beningakwazi. Benikwazi kuphela ukuthi singabantu sithanda ukushaya izinto indifu. Sibuka ukuthi hayi manje vele egcineni ngizogcina ngingaze ngiphakele yabo. But it's not about that. Umuntu ngeke akuphakele, okay fine, angakuphakela wena but you have a family to feed. Hayibo leyo nto le. So nje singabantu mfethu asizameni ukuthi unity sibuyise sibe one sibe united bafethu. Yabo. Ilokho nje okubalekile bafethu sesivala namhlanje.
Yeah.
Word of the day.
Mr. Nyama.
Our guest.
I think I've already given. Should I give the second one?
Cause yeah.
This one is to close it off.
Yeah.
Vuma, like I'll continue saying one and the same thing. Vuma ukuba islima for iskashanyana.
Yeah.
Vuma ukuba islima for iskashanyana. And the dream delayed is not a dream denied. From yours truly, Mr. Nyama. Signing out.
Sign out.
Peace out.
It's either uya mfethu yo kasala kanjani lo mpahla leyo. Viewers at home, we love you guys. Don't forget to do the thing. Subscribe, like, comment. Manje siyanivumela and comment. And for the few coming episodes nezitho sokuthi nisibhalele lapha kuma comments uthi nifuna ukuthi sikhulume ngani on the next coming episodes. Yabo. So far njengamanje sizontshela ukuthi it's either uyalala noma uyavuka finish.